Good morning, everybody. Today, in the managerial styles, we will go for learning of the different modern approaches as far as the managerial styles are concerned. Because the entire business scenario as well as the world scenario is rapidly changing due to the turbulent changes in different environments of the business. So due to that, respective practices have been generated and being augmented by the respective organizations from time to time, which suits their culture, which suits their work culture, which suits their corporate philosophies and policies and country-based practices. Due to that, there are different approaches being developed and practiced day to day. As you have been noticing on the board that today we will go for the learning of these 5 approaches which are being widely used across the world while managing their organizations or managing the subordinates by the managers. So some of the things I have described here, the first one is the total quality management, the second is the management by objectives, the third is the Kaizen, K-A-I-Z-E-N, Kaizen, fourth one is Six Sigma, and fifth one is the self-managed work teams. Apart from these 5 also, there are n number of practices as practiced by several organizations and countries respectively. We are today going for observation of an overall view of these 5 widely and renownedly known practices by managers or organizations in the world and in the business scenario. Now let us go for the first one, total quality management. See here, quality. Who will bother about quality? All the stakeholders will bother about the quality in the business, starting from the customer. The first and foremost person who requires quality is customer. So in order to provide the expected quality or the defined quality or designated quality to the customers, lot of efforts are supposed to be managed by the organizers or managers or the producers at every point of time. So the basic thing here is customer satisfaction as well as the manufacturer or producer or creator satisfaction. So here quality in the sense means quality of inputs as well as quality of the output. So in both the ways there is a need for continuous improvement of quality both in the inputs and outputs as well as the perception of the customers to be always highly qualitative. So taking those things into consideration, continuous improvement of quality, continuous design of qualitative procedures and programs, and continuous improvement of the activities with a quality motto, all are essential to be taken place under this total quality management. This is particularly a challenging task on the part of the managers or the managements or the organizations. Why? Because there is a continuous challenging situation and competition to go for the provision of the high level quality or improved quality from time to time. So due to this concern, the total quality management is one of the prime motivating point on the part of the managers as well as the organizations. So that's why we can say that the managerial style which sometimes may be in a position to go for with the motto of total quality management. Henceforth, managers sometimes selects the total quality management while executing their managerial skills and abilities by taking into concern the concept of total quality management. Now coming to the question of the second one, that is management by objectives. We have already known it, what is management by objectives and who propounded the management by objectives. If you recall it, go for your BCom second semester business management subject. In that, we have learned it in the fundamentals of management in the first unit. Who is the father of management? Peter F. Drucker. So, the management by objectives has been propounded by Peter F. Drucker. It is the contribution of the Peter F. Drucker. Apart from that, Peter F. Drucker have also propounded so many things. That's why he is renownedly called as the father of management. So, according to this, the management by objectives, how it will become a managerial style, that we are supposed to examine now. So, while examining this, we will go to the main concept of MBO. What is here? Organizing the organization will have different objectives, and the manager will have some subdivided objectives of the overall objectives of the organization. Henceforth, every manager will have certain objectives as far as maintaining and running the functional area or his department is concerned. So, here every manager is supposed to formulate his own style in matching with the designated objectives which are being set for the achievement of the overall goals and objectives and aims of the organization. Henceforth, management objectives is one of the important way of a managerial style. Here, both the manager and the subordinates or the employees will sit together, will discuss together to go for a brainstorming session and then design their own objectives which suits for the accomplishment of the overall organizational objectives from time to time, plan accordingly, budget accordingly, design the actions and activities to be conducted accordingly in consideration to the objectives designed by them, and then work out those actions and activities and plans and policies in such a way that the objectives of the department is also achieved as well as it will contribute for the achievement of the overall objectives of the organization. So here the manager has to decide his own managerial style, taking into consideration the concept of management by objectives. So here the motivating point of selecting a particular management style depends upon the management by objectives. Henceforth, MBO, management by objectives, is one of the managerial style. Next, coming to the question of the Kaizen. What is Kaizen? Continuous improvement. Continuous improvement of what? Processes, procedures, actions and activities. This is actually a Japanese management style technique. It is a Japanese model. Kaizen is a Japanese model. It is being defined by the Japanese management model as Kaizen. What is Kaizen here? Continuous improvement of the processes, products and so on and so forth, actions and activities on a regular basis. So the Kaizen is going to dictate the managers to select an appropriate model of managing their organizations or managing their styles. Henceforth, Kaizen is one of the important elements. So what are the various elements under the Kaizen? There are 5 elements under the Kaizen model. The first one is teamwork. The second one is personal discipline. Personal discipline. The third one is improved morale of the employees, and fourth one is establishment of quality circles, and the fifth one is suggestions for improvement. Suggestions for improvement. These are the 5 elements of the Kaizen as far as Kaizen is concerned. If you observe the 5 elements of the Kaizen, you will have to understand individually and in putting together what should be the motto of the Kaizen, and it is as a managerial style for managing the organizations in a modern era. Teamwork. If you recall what we have studied in BCom second semester business management, the father of modern management, Henry Fayol, who has propounded 14 principles, have given the last principle by name Esprit de Corps. What does it mean? Unity is strength. The teamwork is formulated on the part of this, on the basis of the Esprit de Corps. That's why Henry Fayol today is also denoted as the father of modern management, because of his contribution of very highly valuable and ever concerned 14 principles. Because of that, the teamwork is taken place as the first element of the Kaizen model. The second one is personal discipline. This is also one of the functions which have been propounded by 14 principles by Henry Fayol. There is a principle, namely discipline. Here is personal discipline. If you are personally disciplined, automatically organization or the department become automatically highly disciplined. See, the synergetic element or output of the combined disciplines of each and every individual in the department as well as in the organization do go for enhancement of the organizational discipline as a whole and go for the achievement of organizational goals and objectives. Next one is improved morale. Morale in the sense it is slightly connected to job satisfaction and feeling of one of the happenings of attitudinal formation in the psychology of a person, that what job he or she is in will have a positive attitude towards conducting the job or executing the job or doing the job. So due to the high improved morale, the people participation will increase, their demand for doing the job will increase, as well as their attitude will become a positive, and there is a positive benefit on the part of the organization as well as the employee also. Now coming to the next one is quality circles. Here qualities are being set as standards and people are being given into work in a particular quality circle, and people have been given some basic training or orientation to work according to the circles which are prescribed in relation to the overall quality expected by the organization, matching with the overall quality expected by the overall organization. Henceforth, people are supposed to work under the quality circles. Next one is continuous suggestions are given for improving their work culture, work nature, work methods and methodology, and the procedures and prospects. Henceforth, the Kaizen is an overall model for quality improvement as well as discipline improvement and morality improvement on the part of the employees, and by initiating a teamwork among the people of the organization. So here the manager has to select based upon the elements which managerial style he is supposed to consider. Henceforth, Kaizen can be denoted as one of the modern methods of managerial style. The next one is Six Sigma. This is a US developed model, United States of America developed model. What actually this Six Sigma is? Continuous improvement of the quality by reducing the wastage or the variations or defects to a negligible quantity in the lot of a particular production. Generally, it is denoted as the Six Sigma is one of the replications of the Kaizen model also. But on the other hand, Six Sigma is somewhat more advanced version rather than the Kaizen model. How it is? There are again 6 elements in the part of the Six Sigma. The Six Sigma will have 6 elements. So what are the 6 elements? Define, Second one is measure. The third one is analyze. The fourth one is improve. The fifth one is control. And the last one is design. So these are the 6 elements which are a part and parcel of the Six Sigma model. That's why it is called as Six Sigma. What is a sigma here? You might have done something in the statistical area and statistics part also. So in statistics, there is a concept, namely bell-shaped curve. While going for the analysis of the variances, right? So when there is a bell-shaped curve which defines the variables or the variations among the output, and the total data depicted on a graph sheet can be of a bell-shaped curve, automatically it is denoted to be a part of the Six Sigma. Here 1 sigma is equal to 1 standard deviation having variation with the mean, and like that 6 sigma. 6 sigma in the sense define 1 sigma, measure another sigma, analyze another sigma, improve another sigma, control another sigma, and design another sigma. Application of the statistical model for improvement of the quality by all means when you are supposed to define the quality of, you should take care of that the standard deviation is not having that much of highly variated with that of the mean, having some synchronization between the sigma, 1 sigma to another sigma, and putting together all will come to 6 sigma. It is also called as a very important model. Keeping in view of this, it is denoted as one of the managerial styles which is being expected, particularly where there are high quality requirements or zero defect requirements. For example, flying of an aircraft. At every flying aspect of the aircraft, before the flight takes away from the ground into the sky, it is enunciated by the team that this flight is having zero defects, because when once it enters into the air, later any stigma, any problem comes in, it is not that much easy to control it, and there will be huge destruction and devastation. Henceforth, it is considered here that zero defect model. Sometimes 6 sigma is also called as zero defect model or negligible. Almost there are no defects at all. In such a way, by defining, by measuring, by analyzing, by improving, by controlling and designing in such a manner that always the quality should be highly possible and zero defects as far as possible is concerned. That's why this is also one area which can make a manager to select a particular managerial style basing upon the objective or the targets or the achievements to be done by the manager while managing the department or the organization. And the last point, fifth element, what we study now, we learn now is self-managed work teams. This is a very loose method of management and highly and widely practiced everywhere in the general society as well as in the industry. So mostly this type of self-managed work teams style of management is adopted where there are no professional people engaged in managing or supervising or leading, particularly in the grassroots level, in the operational level. It is a method where the boss or the leader or the manager or the supervisor is going to select the people, hire the people, allocate the work to the people on a day-to-day basis, daily basis, point-to-point basis, situation-to-situation basis, and It is going to be done on the spot evaluation only. That's why it is a widely renowned way of practicing, and mostly non-professional managers, non-professional leaders, non-professional supervisors who has supposed to get the things done by others, they will adopt this type of self-managed work teams. Here, the manager or the leader or the supervisor or the superior leads the team and gets the work done from time to time, day to day, on a daily basis, on a routine basis, on a regular basis. Here, the application of the management principles and functions do not have that much of emphasis. Here, only the thing is how you manage, how you get the things done, and how the work is completed. So, taking these things into consideration, this is also one of the models or methods being applied for selection of a particular managerial style while managing the departments, organizations, or the areas where there is a requirement of management. So today we will come to an end of the various approaches what we have discussed. We have discussed here 5 things. One is total quality management, second management by objectives, third Kaizen, fourth Six Sigma, and the last one is self-managed work teams. Also, I am also confirming that these only are not the list of the modern approaches. Day to day, there are rapid changes, rapid research and development, rapid innovations taking place, and there may be n number of models which may be going on continuously developed in the present day world. Thank you very much.